Hello everybody. So this video is entitled Hims Stock, Amazing Business in a Broken Market. And a lot of people try to discuss the price movements, the sharp price movements of Hims, and try to say it has something to do with a GLP-1 business, when I think in reality, much of these price movements have something to do with the fact that the market has been broken for a long while now, and the market has stopped making any sense. The market just doesn't know what it wants to do. The uncertainty is crazy, and it's not normal uncertainty. It's totally unpredictable uncertainty because it's all linked to whatever POTUS is going to do. So, case in point, yesterday, everybody was hoping for a ceasefire, for the announcement. Like the media was warming us up to the announcement of a ceasefire or reopening of the strait. And of course, POTUS did a speech that had nothing to do with that, where he doubled down and he talked about Iran and the Stone Age. And so he crashed the market entirely. But then this morning, out of the blue, the market goes back up out of some omen discussion with Iran to reopen the strait, which is entirely ridiculous because Hims has nothing to do with that. Like, Hims is mostly a US-based business still to this day. They haven't really gone through the eucalyptus acquisition, and Hims has nothing to do with oil. I mean, they sell a very recession-proof product. They sell a product, like, if they're happy with the pills that they get through Hims, they're very unlikely to cancel that $50 to $80 a month subscription. Hims is cheaper than copays. It saves you money. You don't have to use your insurance. It saves you money compared to having to go to the doctor and paying $200 to see the doctor. It's a subscription, $50 a month, and you get access to a doctor. You get access to your provider and your pill that you may need. Like, it's a recession-proof business, yet the stock is trading entirely based on oil. So it's all about the flows. It's all about the buyers and the sellers. And the buyers and the sellers don't know what they want to do with these stocks right now. And we try to say the price action is reflected by GLP-1. It's not. It's the market. The price action is about the market. The bouncing up and down is about the market. So let's see what's going on with the news. And again, I don't think this has anything to do with it. So let's talk about the news. And the news is overall very, very good. And people try to paint the price movement on Hims based on this news. But to me, this news is entirely good. Like, I don't see any bearish news in anything that was announced. So, for example, rumors that peptides will be approved. I think 14 peptides, maybe 12 peptides. That was 2 days ago. Hims was way up on these rumors that peptides would be approved. Well, was it? Probably not. Hims was way up because the entire market was way up. But this is a very bullish news for Hims. Then Lilly's own weight loss pill got approved. Well, guess what? Hims also has a weight loss pill, and Hims, in my view, it's entirely possible that they are negotiating with Lilly, because Hims never messed with Lilly. So it's possible that Hims will distribute Lilly's drugs. We don't know that yet. So I don't see how this is a bad news for Hims. Then we had Wegovy releasing a study showing that their pill, the Wegovy pill, has greater effectiveness than the Lilly pill. And of course, this is a discussion between a doctor and a patient, right? Because each drug is going to have a different profile with slightly different side effects. But Wegovy is claiming their pill is better, and this is just your classic pharma stuff. I expect each to claim their pill is better. I've seen Lilly claim its pill is better because you can take the pill at any time of day versus the Wegovy pill you have to take it in the morning. That really doesn't make that much of a difference to me, but whatever. And then we had, of course, FDA cracking down on compounder trending on X on the pen. He's actually released a lot of good stuff, but on the pen talking about that. But to me, nothing is new. Like I've always said, that adding B12 and just say B12, you need B12 in the drug to be able to quote unquote knock off the compounded GLP-1. I've always said that was not enough. To me, it's obvious that when HIMSS prescribes compounded GLP, they need to have better documentation. And of course, if it's the same drug, same dose, same injection, considered a copy, that has always been the case. To me, this is not new. To me, this news may impact the smaller players, but I don't think it will impact the bigger players, especially when you consider that now HIMSS is going all in on the Novo branded prescription. So and the price, frankly, is very low. Actually, I think it was a Bank of America analyst who was surprised that the price came in actually $30 lower than when they were expecting for the Novo pill. These prices are very low. So the people who are on compounding, in my view, if they're on HIMSS, it's legitimate. It's more than a B12 addition. So that's my view, first of all. And then even if compounded were to be flat out cancelled, HIMSS can transition most people to Novo, and it will be easy to do that, of course, because HIMSS has never met with tirzepatide. HIMSS has never messed with tirzepatide. They've never messed with Lilly. HIMSS never messed with Lilly, and so this opens up avenues for partnership. If Lilly were to have a partnership with one of these, consumer platforms, as I call them, DTC consumer platform, consumer-oriented pharmacies like HIMSS, they would be interested in doing it with HIMSS, I think, because HIMSS never knocked them off. Period. So assuming you subscribe to the idea, of course, that a compounded drug is a knockoff, which I don't subscribe to this idea, but it's the market who claims it is, right? I actually believe peptides should not be patentable, but that's just me. Peptides are natural. But anyways, don't forget, of course, that GLP-1s are peptides, right? They naturally occur in the stomach, and it's a matter of, these drug companies, they've been able to patent slightly modified versions that last longer in the gut. That's what they've been able to do. But, it's a big debate. Anyways, let me not go there. There's a lot of good news. The market is completely lunatic. There's a lot of good news going on for HIMSS. So to me, the GLP-1 is still a small part of the business for HIMSS. The market used to only trade HIMSS based on GLP-1 news. I firmly believe that this price action is exactly the same as the general market. And so right now, I think HIMSS trades mostly on liquidity. Mostly on liquidity. Buy stocks, sell stocks. That's literally what I think. But under the hood, the business is doing so well, in my view, and I think HIMSS will be best positioned for peptides. Why? Because I've looked into the acquisition of that peptide facility, peptide equipment manufacturer. Actually, it is in Silicon Valley. It's right across Facebook. I think it's in Menlo Park, or something like that. They acquired the manufacturing facility of CS Bio. At least that's what my Google Maps search shows me. And if you see, CS Bio is one of the leaders in peptide. I think they've operated since 1992. You see, people who love peptides, people who know peptides. And from what I understand, they acquired that manufacturing facility, which is right next to CS Bio, which is a manufacturer of peptide equipment. Well, they acquired their factory or manufacturing facility. So I don't really know. It's tough to find all of the information. But anyways, HIMSS now got a cutting-edge peptide manufacturing facility, California-based, cutting-edge. In the press release, they showed it was this picture, it was this building that they acquired. They show it in the press release. And I believe HIMSS now has probably one of the best expertise because, of course, Silicon Valley is the heart of the peptide movement, right? It's where it all got started, if I may say so. So this is a big deal. This is a very big deal. And so when we had the news about peptides, I forgot to put it in there, but when we had the news about the FDA restricting, the FDA restricting restrictions on peptides, removing restrictions on peptides, the FDA allowing new peptides. I think this is going to be a very big deal because HIMSS is going to be first in line to manufacture these peptides. So, let me sort of conclude my video again saying that nothing has changed with HIMSS. The thesis is entirely not broken. The stock should have bounced back to where it was pre the Novo drama, as I'm gonna call it. Like, it should have bounced back to the pre-Novo drama, pre-FDA crackdown drama that happened more than a month ago, but it didn't bounce back because the market is entirely broken. That's the reason. And it should have bounced back and then some, because now we got branded Novo GLP-1s, right? But it didn't. So I absolutely don't understand. This stock is trading on the Middle East news. Every single stock right now seems to be trading on the Middle East news. Yet HIMSS, once again, is recession-proof. When I first got into HIMSS, we were at peak recession talk right after the crazy rate hikes from 3 years ago. And the reason why I liked HIMSS at $5, $6 is because they were selling highly essential pills back then, only ED pills. Well, they had hair loss too, but they were selling a lot of ED pills back then. And I consider that to be recession-proof because, of course, if you pay $50 a month for that, that's probably the last thing to go in your life. You're probably going to keep that. Maybe the car will go, but that pill, you're probably going to keep it. So I consider that essential pills, right? They started doing that with personal matters. And so the weight loss pills are the same. Like especially like if you look at some of their metformin-based pills that are very inexpensive, I think they're like $70 a month. Like if they got somebody 2 years ago a year ago, I guess, on a metformin pill, and they've been able to lose quite a bit of weight with a metformin-based pill, that person is probably not going to quit that pill because they're happy they're losing the weight thanks to the pill. So same, if there's a Novo pill and people get on the Novo pill and they see that they're dropping a bunch of weight, like, even if there's a recession because of the Middle East, they're very unlikely to drop that pill, in my view. I mean, it's a very sticky subscription business. As I said last time, people may cancel Netflix as Netflix keeps raising prices. But I don't think they're gonna. I just don't think you're gonna cancel something so personal once you found a easy access provider that is cheaper than the copays, that has clear pricing, that has an app with exceptional UI, like UI UX, right? So I don't see it. HIMSS is 95% recurring revenue. Millions of people, by the way, are getting their bills for insurance right now, and I think a lot of people are just gonna quit having insurance because insurance premiums are going all over the United States. And so maybe they quit insurance and they're like, okay, well, if I have an issue, I'm going to go with HIMSS, right? Because most people, if you're living about it, most, let's say, I was going to say semi-healthy. Most semi-healthy to healthy people, what do they use their insurance for? Well, right, it's mostly for annual physical and the labs, right? Well, HIMSS got that now. HIMSS got labs. HIMSS got a lot of advanced stuff now. So this market is trading on things that have nothing to do with this company, and so many stocks are trading based on factors that have nothing to do with their business, and it's complete nonsense. They've turned the market into a casino. I thought we were getting out of it a few days ago. I was hoping we're not. We're still a casino right now. And I'm very tired of it. I wish we stopped being a casino and actually the market started recognizing the fundamentals. But anyways, this is a lost decade. The 2020s are a lost decade for investing. Right now, my decisions are all about the 2030s. They're all about what do I want to own in the 2030s if we get a better environment with a little more sense making, if that makes some sense. So anyways, this was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.